for clone devices from China which are loaded with low-quality ROMs or even a wrong one. That makes the Android TV project is unstable or even get bricked within the first week usage. So you need an intensive method to reflash the ROM via Maskrom mode. Maskrom or DFU is the ultimate method to recover almost chipset, device brands or even phone tablets.
Prerequisites: Windows ship machine with no viruses, USB OTG cable with golden plate, image ROM firmware with a valid MD5 checksum, driver and assistant software. Latest version one of these components is corrupted, can render failed firmware upgrading. Avoid hand-made mail-to-mail cable that can damage the motherboard as well as break data transfer channels silently. Rockchip Driver Assistant is also known as RK Driver Assistant. It is a small utility that allows you to install the correct Rockchip driver on your Windows computer. Here, on this page we have managed to share all the latest version of Rockchip Driver Assistant. AndroidTool. Using AndroidTool to flash image by partition, download AndroidTool from here. Unzip it the file and double-click AndroidTool.exe. Power down the Mars board and connect the Mars board to the computer and let the board go to recovery mode, then the program will detect it. I found myself fail 3 times before this circuit method work, and the AndroidTool can recognize the device in Maskrom mode. Furthermore, ATH and TH pin are the default for not all of NAND eMMC chip, so you must consult the manufacturer or technical forums. The worst scenario is Windows does not recognize the Android box, aka nothing happened that so many users complain. Thankfully, a recent version of RKDevTool v2.58 can force the device to the DFU mode with the Go Maskrom command directly. With proper firmware loaded, the upgrading process will be finished about 10 minutes. Remember that a clone device from China have specialized ROM integrated with them. For example, I have a fake MXQ4K. It does not mean I can install the original ROM for that device, even with the same chipset, Wi-Fi, board ID. These are so many factors to match for eMMC versions, Bluetooth brands, etc. So after try and Fail with 15 ROM file and 2 weeks. I found the ROM for Leobox Kingbox is the only one that correct. Phew. For luckily guys like me, even with wrong device ROM, I found almost functions of the Android box are working well, no Google Play services crash, Wi-Fi is even better than the stock ROM, good launcher. You can use remap button, system UI tweak to make it a truly dream Android TV like this one. Based on my experiences, you have to prepare excellent components before starting, otherwise, you never know why you can't restore the freak firmware. I built myself an old A USB cable that causes the tool to warns about bad memory chipset blah blah while the true problem is firmware file. And you have to try the simplest easy method first before detaching physical component of the Android box that may cause permanent hardware issues. Use Go Maskrom command instead of circuit memory pins. This is a common guide for reflashing Rockchip-based devices. All RKSoC supports the same applications and drivers for host system, if some third-party producers do not add any other limitations or special options. Differences can be in hardware parts, so you need to detect OTG port and recovery buttons correctly. August.net. It is recommended that you buy a branded device with good warranty and support policy so that you can have the device fixed effortlessly. A good example is this device have a true recovery mode with a convenient method to access it via this recover hole. All you need is a toothpick. Compared to my fake MXQ4K from China, the recovery does nothing more than an infinitive logo boot loop. What a shame. So you can explore under the hood what called Maskrom DFU loader mode with ranges of device components, Amlogic, Rockchip chipset, NAND MMC eMMC flash storage, SPIUART debug with these official wikis. If the board powers on and finds a valid IDB in the eMMC, it will continue to load the bootloader from the eMMC and pass execution control to it. If the bootloader checks that the recovery button is pressed and USB connection is made, then it enters the so-called Rockchip mode, waiting for further instructions from the host. Read the docs. In Maskrom mode, the DRAM is not available, so the download size is limited by the internal memory size. Use db command in RKDevTool. System will init the DRAM and run into USB plug mode, which have no size limitation in download size. Rockchip.com. Maskrom mode is used to flash bootloader to boot media over Rockchip protocol. Wiki.com. This firmware is for the MXQ-4K with the 3229 Rockchip processor. Please install this firmware using Rockchip Recovery Tool. If your MXQ-4K is bricked, you may also use this IMG firmware to recover your device. Project.com